go to the position on the align to spline tag. Make sure you're still on automatic keyframe. Right click on the counter. That creates a keyframe there. A red light appears. That means you just create a keyframe. Slide it back, slide it forward to frame 5 and drag the counter up to 70%. That's automatically created the keyframe. Then slide it to 110 and on the counter take it right up to 100%. So what we got here now, we got between frame 70 and 76, the emitters will follow the spline up to 70% of its length, and from then onwards to frame 110 it will complete the rest. Okay, just run the animation just to see as you can see the emitter is not yet connected to the null object. This is just null object animated, just to check that it's doing what you want. Okay, that's fine. Now in order to get the sparks and smoke to follow the null object, we'll select both sparks and smoke emitters, right click, go to character, tags, constraint. On the constraint tag, click on parent, then go to the parent tab, press on add. Now you add a target. In the target, drag the null object. We want the null object, which is following the spline. Now you see a red light come up, so make sure before you do that to turn off the automatic keyframe. Now drag in the null object and check the position and rotation. We want it to follow both position and rotation of the null object. Make sure you increase your timeline to 160 frames. Go to File, click Save Incremental and give it a name. Select both spark and smoke, work and group them. Call that rocket. Now right click on the rocket null object, go to character tags, constraint, and check the parent. Go to the parent tab, add position and rotation, and on the target drag the null object with align to spline on it and drop into the target. Now run the animation. Both emitters are following the align to spline null object. Okay, let's do a quick render. Okay, the light and the coloring of the sparks need to be adjusted. We'll do that first. Go to sparks, go to the material of the sparks, go to age, and drag the black color mix further to the right. Now do another render. Now you got slightly darker sparks as the age. Drag it further down. You can also give a color to the edge. We can do dark orange. Okay, that's more like it. Leave that as it is. Now we got select the align to spline null object and the rocket and parent them to the spline. Make sure you're on the top viewport. Control drag the spline twice. Click on the second one. Make sure you're on rotation tool and on use model tool on the left here when you rotate. And just move further back so you can see the full. And just evenly spread the 3 arches. And go back to the perspective viewport. Just drag it so you can see the full display. So basically we got the 3 arches now. You click on the light and add the light object and reduce it to 40%. Render first. And now as you can see, you've got the 3 arches and quite a bright, smoky looking emitter at the front. Okay, let's do a quick preview render just to see what it looks like. Now we got the emitters. As you can see, it probably could stop emit a bit earlier. This seems to linger around for a bit longer than I anticipated. Okay, we'll stop that. So basically, if you want to correct what you just did, the best way around is to delete those, go back to original rocket, go to the sparks, go to particle and stop emission. Reduce the stop emission to 102, just one. So it stops emitting before it reaches the end of the spline. 100. Try it on 100. And reduce the lifetime maybe to 27. Okay. Now do a quick preview render. It's always easier to do it at this stage. So don't go multiplying the arches before you're happy with the way the individual arch look. And then according to how quickly your render is, you can multiply from 6 to even 12 arches. But it depends on your computer how quickly the render will take. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's run it again. That's more like it. Okay, now just simply multiply the spline by 3, go to the top viewport, select them, make sure you're on use model tool and on rotation tool, and basically rotate and place them where you want. And once you're happy with that, you could select the 3 splines, group them again, then duplicate it again, choose the second one, and basically move it to another position and go back to perspective viewport. You can then use the scale tool to scale it up and down. You can do it that way. Just give it a bit of feel of random. Okay, then do a quick preview render. If your preview render slows right down, I suggest to go and reduce the arches or reduce the particles within each arch. Another way of reducing the render time is reducing the smoke particles or turning them off altogether and doing 2 sets of render and then pre-composing it in a composite software. Obviously, the more arches you got, the longer your render time will be. I'll come back when the render is finished. Let's play the there you have it. Okay, thank you for watching the tutorial, and look out for any new tutorial on this subject in the future.